From a company that used to be one of the most trusted names in gaming, that now is eating up its own legacy faster than a fat kid with a cake, comes a re-release of the most highly regarded expansions to World of Warcraft, hot off the presses and ready to screw up all your fond memories of playing it 14 years ago, which might as well be the Blizzard Company motto at this point. World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King. Log in to the wilds of frozen Northrend, a new continent they just plopped onto the top of the old world map, where you'll ride around on mammoths, make friends with walrus men, ice giants, 400 dragons, and even uglier murlocs as you dress up like a Norse hobo with an FF-sized weapon, and wallow in Warcraft 3 nostalgia as you visit all the places where Arthas made bad decisions that led him to becoming the edgiest lord in the land. Then take in the sights with new zones like Icy Plains, Icy Beaches, Icy Mountains, Icy Castles, Troll Place, but spooky, Ungoro Crater 2, and Skyrim, while it slowly dawns on you that you have another 10 levels to grind out that are all like 2 million XP, as you return back to the usual WoW business of killing 15 of a thing and picking up 8 of another, in a shiny new coat of paint slapped on a game design that 90% of players merely tolerate to get to the end game. And if you're lucky enough to be on a big server, you might just get to wait in an 8-hour queue for it. Discover your inner darkness as you roll up WoW's first brand new class since launch, the Death Knight, a spooky paladin with more teenage angst than you can shake a Frostmourne at, who joined up to fight with the Horde in Alliance because they suddenly realized that the evil Lich King might not be such a nice guy, and who use a rune-based ability system that deals a ridiculous level of damage and self-healing that basically makes them warlocks that can tank, which would be absurdly overpowered if they hadn't also broken just about every other class, and who start at level 55, almost ensuring that like half of the people who play them are hot garbage at it, making them the premier class for pulling 4 packs at once in a dungeon, dying instantly, and then getting mad about it. I mean, you gotta give it to him though. Putting Corpse Explosion in WoW was a pretty good idea. Experience the many quality of life improvements Wrath brings to the table, with minor tweaks that eliminate downtime or free up bag space, and larger changes like making the entire game easier than doing a hit in an old folks home, as even healing specs blast through quests and solo elites like they're nothing, and dungeons become speedruns where you'll never even stop to drink, a pace that's only amplified when you get to heroics and realize you can face roll them in your questing greens, that once you're raid geared, they become an actual joke, a difficulty shift which carries on to the initial raids, most of which are just a guy in a room with like 2 mechanics that you can be in and out of in under 20 minutes. With the exception of Nax, which they lifted directly out of the end of Classic and barely changed, meaning you can get most of it done by grabbing a bunch of idiots out of LFG, making the endgame raiding experience much more accessible to the returning WoW player who developed an actual life in the intervening decade, but also made hardcore raiding feel like trying to be hardcore about tic-tac-toe, which still won't stop people from taking a week off work to be world first for something that thousands of people cleared 14 years ago. Because at the end of the day, nothing has changed from then and now. Well, maybe except for the kids you're neglecting to raid. Why are they crying? I already fed them once today. Immerse yourself in the true genius of the new expansion, the achievement system, as WoW finally finds a way to reward you for all the dumb completionist stuff they had in there already, like exploring the entire map, getting all the pets, or doing everything related to fishing, making it much easier to justify spending your entire day in the video game than ever before. Because instead of just dicking around, you're now working your way towards a title or a special mount, in a system that will get the good brain juices flowing whenever you see a new badge flash up, but that hides a powerful shame when you actually think about the hours you spent to look like an off-brand Dora.
¡Yo soy Dora! La hija, no la mamá!
So reach for those heirloom shoulders and get ready to renew your sub for a look at what is arguably the high point in the long history of WoW, despite the fact that they made it playable by letting a live salmon thrash around on top of your keyboard. Because at the end of the day, WoW isn't really about the difficulty, it's about the friends you made along the way. Nah, just kidding, it's about how high you can get those parse numbers to go. Always remember, the bigger numbers, the better the person. Starring the Bis-geared warrior that's still 2k DPS below the warlock, the disc priest who bubbles the whole party and then literally falls asleep, the rogue hitting like a down pillow because he doesn't have fan of knives yet, the warlock who has never heard of a thread meter, the holy paladin that can't get over their spec not being terrible anymore, the shaman who spends all day knocking people off ledges and Eye of the Storm, that one guy who's still playing Pharaoh Druid, the mage who dies every pull, the hunter whose pet name might be racist but you're not sure, the death knight that absolutely won't be stopped for any reason, and Diabetes, Wrath of the High Ping. Did you know Wrath is the most positive depiction of living in the sewers since Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Tell us what you'd like to hear in my epic voice in the comments below. What time is it? It's epic voicing time. Woohoo! I'm not too scared to play Silent Hill. Wet kisses are a plague amongst the holidays. You'll never have more fun trying to install the expanded mod on your mobile device. I can't believe we haven't made an honest trailer of Stardew Valley yet. Oh wait, we did.